Hey, good morning.
Morning, how are you? So you were taking a look at the condo numbers and we're in mid-November.
Yeah.
And how are they looking?
Well, if we look at last week, there was only four sold last week. There was eight sold this week. Okay. So improvement, and again, some things they take longer to, I mean, time you get a status certificate. So we see some conditionally on the board for, it's not uncommon, 10 to 12 days, right? Time to get things going. So I wasn't kind of surprised at that number, but the number I was surprised with, not surprised with, but I'm looking back on where we were last year. So same week last year, we did 10 sales. This year we did eight. So,
Not bad.
not bad. Nothing to go bananas on, right? I'm still seeing some inventory out there. I'm still seeing, double digits on days on market, some triple digits on market. I'm seeing a few sales this week, and I'll go through a couple of them. The lower price point is still dominating. Nothing sold over 700,000 in the condo market last week. And remember we were talking about that listing on Ellen Street,
Yes.
399. Well, it sold. And let me just get it right here. It sold 65 Ellen Street, unit 1209, 84 days in the market. So one bedroom, high condo fee 605. So that's why it didn't sell. But they sold. They listed for 399 and they got 393. Okay,
Wow.
so a lot of lower market ones. Another one that jumped out on me was 41 Ferndale unit 409 listed for 399, 15 days in the market, sold for 399. Low
Wow.
low condo fees 343. Those are in demand any day of the week, right? Those ones
Yeah, yeah.
cheap to get into in a sense, manageable payment, manageable condo fees. I'm not sure them not cutting grass in a great location. So that was decent. And then I jump over to one Evergreen Court. That's Timber Walk, two beds, 97 days in the market, 410 got 399. We know why that takes a long time to sell.
Huge fee.
Huge fee, right?
I don't even know what it is, but I know all of them in there are huge fees.
Expensive,
They all are, yeah.
and we know a friend of ours that had units in there and now has sold them off, which he's so happy and they're gone because headache city, tons of rentals in there. 10 Coulter, one bedroom, 425 list, 415, 10 days on market, 65. Another Ellen Street sold, one bedroom list, 429, 410, 67 days on market. So if we look at the inventory at 181, 4.41% of the product is selling last week.
Wow.
So, but
But
we're
it's still the lower price range, basically.
100%, nothing over seven,
Yeah. So
nothing.
all of the higher ones are still sitting there rotting.
100%. And I looked at, again, I have people looking in the higher ranges at Nautica, and none of them are doing nothing. They're just getting old, right? More tickers on the days on market keeps going. So no one's changed anything, right? It's the same prices.
Well, and I think at those high prices, normally, like clients that I've had, they're downsizing. So they sell their home and
Yes,
and then they buy a condo to downsize. But the problem is right now, houses aren't selling and it's not a good time to sell. So why would you?
I agree. And and why take a conditional offer this November? Why I'd talk anybody out of that today. Unless it was some townhouse that they're going to price very aggressively, but I'd be asking lots of information about the backup
Well,
property.
I think, yeah, with an SPP right now, for viewers that don't know, that means a condition based on sale of the purchaser's property. That's why we call it SPP. And, in a high market, you don't even need the SPP, the
Yep.
condition, because the house is going to sell in 2 days.
Yep.
In a low market is when you really look at accepting those kind of offers. But just for people to know, when we accept that, or we advise a client to accept that, we look at the backup property, meaning the one that is going to be sold. And we ask what price range are they going to go in. And we'll look actually into the neighborhoods, even if it's in Toronto, and see Are these things selling in a week? Are they taking 5 months, 3 months? And is the price going to be aggressive for the market? Because if you're not going to price the backup property good, or if that neighborhood is sitting on the market for months and months and months, no one's going to take that offer.
No. And to that point, you just kind of jog something in my memory. When I sold Eaglestone in 17, I took an SPP on it. And of course, experienced agent in the community, so I didn't really have to worry about things, right? I was going, okay, well, she's been around a long time. I think she knows what's going on. So of course I'm waiting for the property to come on the whole bit. And then I see it come on. I went, are you crazy? Unrealistic price. What are you doing? This was an experienced agent. And I won't say the name. I'd love to, but I won't say the name. So long story short, it became a mess. So here's what happened. I'll shorten it up to 2 minutes. So coming up to 3 or 4 days before closing day, get the phone call saying, we can't close. We didn't sell yet. Oh, great. Well, let me see if I can get an extension, because I just went up and bought my condo at Nautica.
Yeah.
Which I feel I got a good deal on. So I kind of knew the answer. So I called the agent and said, we're not extending nothing. You don't close, c'est la vie. Anyway, well, I had to jump through hoops to get private funding and all this to be able to close a condo, keep Eaglestone sitting there until they were firmed up. I think it was another 30 days before we're doing it. They sell. No, they ended up getting they ended up making a deal work on the mortgage side.
Okay.
It's stupid rates and just high risk, you name it. They got it done, but man, did I hammer them on price a bit more. They paid for all these, because I incurred a bunch of fees to borrow private funds. I got another 15 to 20K out of them, because I'm not paying for this. You're paying for this mess.
Yeah.
So that's the story. Okay.
Well, yeah, and that's why, like, I think a lot of times seller or buyers think, oh, well, we'll just make it conditional on the sale of our house. And the problem is they need a certain amount or expect a certain amount on their sale to be able to purchase like your house. And then
Right.
all of a sudden they can't get it.
Right.
I've
Right.
had them fall totally apart. I extend it and I extend it. We extend it and extend it. And then eventually they're like, well, we can't lower the house anymore because we wouldn't be able to buy yours. So we got to just kill the deal.
Do you think the listing agent on that side of the fence should have asked those questions?
That's my whole issue. Over the years, I've definitely learned to, what are you going to price it at?
Mm-hmm.
I ask everything before we even accept this, because if it's not reasonable and you're going to ask 150 more than the whole neighborhood,
Yep.
in a shitty market,
Yep.
we're not in.
And I think I don't have to think. There's a lot of agents that don't like to have those difficult conversations or scary conversations with their clients. Where I do, I thrive in that moment, because I really believe that they should get exactly what's going on. Here it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. Bang. So they know what's going on, right? Not surprises down the road, because that surprise to those people didn't help them, right?
No. Yeah. Well, I had one time,
everything what's going on,
where the agent was presenting an SPP and he wanted to present it to my client in person.
Hang on one second. I just got to get this client. Sorry. Keep talking. I'm listening.
And she barely spoke English. So I explained to her that she was Chinese. I explained to her, once you accept a conditional offer, no one's going to show your house.
I know.
So he tries to present it in person for her to accept this. Yeah. And I'm sitting there and he insisted on doing it himself. He goes, even if you accept my offer, he says, you can still sell the house.
Yeah.
And she says, no one's going to show my house if I accept your offer. 100%. I already know that.
100%.
She called him out on it, and I'm sitting there like dying laughing. And she never accepted it. No. And 2 days later, we sold it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
not to him, he was toast,
Yeah.
but trying to bullshit people, not a smart idea. Don't,
No, there's enough bullshitters around. We don't need any more.
well, not only that, don't underestimate people's intelligence.
Yeah.
I find agents do this all the time. I remember being at Century 21 when I was there and listening to agents talk to their clients on the phone and telling them stuff.
Mhm.
And I'm thinking, you're totally lying.
Mhm.
And do you not think that someone could be bright enough to know you're bullshitting?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And then how do they ever trust you if you're going to lie? Like,
Well, yeah.
I don't
Well,
get that at all. I don't get it.
but we know there's lots of that type of agents out there. We deal with them every day, right?
Oh yeah, there's lots. There's
And we
lots. But
just
the
go,
thing is, Mark, it isn't.
how do they do as well as they do? But you know what? They're not building a relationship with those clients, are moving on the next deal as fast as they can.
Yeah, they don't get as much repeat
Give a shit.
business as you and I
Yeah.
do either,
No, no,
or referrals.
no, no. Honesty and integrity are number one things in ethics. You deliver those every day to a client and be upfront and be honest. I really believe you have a client for life. But if you
Yeah.
fucking bullshit and lie and just tell them what they want to hear and, oh, it's not selling or it's this. Meanwhile, you know, you've put no effort in it. I just have no respect for that type of agent.
Well, the other thing is that they're gonna eventually find out you were bullshitting.
100% they are. 100% they are.
Like this is the thing. Like you're not, you might be pulling the wool over somebody's eyes for 5 minutes, but eventually it's coming out.
It's coming
And
up.
not only that, now with House Sigma and all the apps, it isn't like when we started, Mark. Now everybody can see everything. They know the prices in the neighborhood better than we do.
That. I think realtor.ca should publish everything. Why not be transparent? Be transparent with everything. That's the best, right? Then there shouldn't be any hidden secrets then if it is, but there's still an active role for the agent, right? To go over.
For sure.
You know what I mean? That will never change, but you want to see the price? Hey, no problem. I'll send you everything. I believe in giving everything for free. Here you go. Great. Here's information. If you can't interpret it, I will for you.
No, me too.
You know, okay, we got kind of slid off topic a bit. Let me see what else I want to go. Went through the listings there, went through that. Oh, let's go through the inventory. Okay. So 3 to 399, 16 properties listed, 400 to 499, 54, 5 to 599, 45, 6 to 699, 37, 7 to 9, 11, 8 to 9, 109, and 9, 2,000,006. So, you know, there's still a little bit of inventory in. Look at the inventory, 4 to 499. There's 54. What did we see with the freehold? That lower price point, but there's a lot of inventory. Bottom line,
there's a lot more inventory than I thought, and even in the lower price range, there's still a lot.
Still a lot. Yeah, there is. There's still a lot. So, you know, but we know the time of year, sales are flat. Not everything's selling. Higher price stuff, good luck on that one, because that's not going to sell. You have to be really creative and you have to, you know, stop looking at your neighbors and going, oh, stop looking at your neighbors and seeing, well, they're less than 449, so I need to be 459 because I'm a bit better because I have a backsplash. Who cares?
Yeah, I know.
The 449 isn't selling and it's got days on market. That's what sellers should be looking at. Should be totally looking at that and going, they're not selling at that price, and whether they show good or bad or whatever, we got to be a little bit lower because they've done all the hard work and lifting for us. Let's get more forward in this versus behind this curve that's not working.
Yeah, you got to stay ahead of the curve right now, or else you're in trouble.
Have to. So I think that's it for condos. I kind of like that little pitch we put in there about SPP. It was some good conversations.
Yeah.
Thought it was good. And well, next week.
Yeah. Okay. Talk to you later.
Like and share this content. Love comments as well. So please reach out. We do answer those comments in a timely manner. So we love them. Subscribe for more information. Take care.
See ya.
Yeah.